Florida mayor reportedly faces sexual harassment investigation, a probe. Put him up for a mask. I guarantee you that headshot is not going to help you in court, sir. According to sources familiar with the matter and emails reviewed by the Miami Herald, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has started questioning current and former employees about allegations of sexual harassment against 54-year-old Miami Beach, Florida Mayor Stephen Maynor. So old Steve here, who has worked as an enforcement attorney in the Securities Miami office since 2007, was elected mayor in November after 4 years as a city commissioner. Since the new year, representatives from the federal agency's Office of Human Resources in Washington, D.C. have been contacting some of the mayor's current and former colleagues at the SEC, seeking to speak to them about their experiences with the now mayor or knowledge of any allegations against them. Before the mayor was elected, the Herald reported that 3 former SEC employees, including 2 former interns, claimed he had made unwelcome advances toward them and when they worked together. The ongoing human resources probe represents an escalation of concerns about the mayor's behavior toward women at the SEC. According to 8 current or former employees, those concerns have been quietly discussed for years among workers at the agency, but seemingly never resulted in discipline. That means somebody got his back. There's more. The mayor was previously has denied knowing anything about the women's allegations. That includes a 2016 incident in which a former SEC attorney reported to her supervisor that the now mayor, who's married, allegedly went into her office and told her that he wished to get an apartment to carry on an affair with her, triggering an internal review. The outcome of that review is unclear. The SEC denied the Herald's request for records on the inquiry. Another woman, a former college intern, told the Herald last year that the now mayor tried to kiss her when they went out for dinner in Miami one night after work in 2012. She told a colleague what happened the next day, but did not formally report the incident. A third woman, former SEC legal intern, said that while she was in law school and after she left the agency, the now mayor frequently asked her out for drinks and dinner, told her in text messages that she was beautiful and smart. She said the advances continued until she sent him several very direct texts reminding him he had a wife, he has kids, and reminding him that she is in a serious relationship. All 3 women who spoke to the Herald last fall did so on the condition of anonymity, citing a fear of retribution. He's a powerful guy, has powerful friends. The woman who claimed the now mayor asked her about getting a second apartment in 2016 said she was shocked by his comment and immediately reported it, triggering a review by the SEC's Office of Equal Employment Opportunity. In an email, the woman later sent to her bosses and to an EEO attorney charged with looking into the incident. The woman noted that the EEO attorney had already spoken to the mayor to get his side of the story and that the attorney planned to speak with him again. She resigned from the agency 2 months after the incident. She told the Herald that the incident and her feeling that the SEC failed to properly address the matter led to her departure. So the now mayor has continued to work at the SEC since becoming mayor. Miami Beach elected officials serve in a part-time capacity and typically maintain their careers while in office. An SEC spokesperson declined to comment on the human resources inquiry, saying the agency does not comment on personnel matters. Neither the mayor nor his chief of staff responded to multiple emails or text messages seeking comment on the SEC probe. When asked about the matter before a city commission meeting on Wednesday, the mayor told a Herald reporter, quote, "I actually don't know what you're talking about," end quote. He did not respond to a follow-up email shortly thereafter. The mayor said in November he never faced a formal complaint or discipline from the SEC. In December, the agency rejected the Herald's FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act, for records of any complaints against him, citing employee confidentiality rules. What? Also, in November, the mayor, who is Jewish, told the Herald in a statement that he believes the claims about his conduct were likely motivated by anti-Israel and anti-Semitic views. end quote. He said that more than a decade ago, a colleague had confronted him and made inflammatory statements calling Israelis colonizers and expressing support for Hamas, and then spread unflattering rumors about him around the office. The mayor said he reported this to upper management. He did not respond to a request for documentation or additional emails. He's taking a play right out of Trump's playbook, obviously. A copy of the mayor's personnel file provided by the city of Miami Beach did not show any allegations of misconduct in his role as a commissioner, all right? The timeline for completion of the SEC's review for the mayor's conduct and the potential consequences if he is found to have violated agency policies, all of this remains completely unclear. The Herald noted SEC Chair Gary Gensler wrote in a statement last year that, quote, workplace harassment would not be tolerated and the SEC will correct the harassing conduct before it becomes severe or pervasive. It sounds like you have work to do. You may want to start in Miami Beach, Florida, sir. Now this has been brought to the attention of the masses. Your move next. Sharon, it is obvious to me, this is just my conclusion, my opinion, that somebody or multiple people have engaged in some level of wink, wink, nod with this character. What say you?
That's exactly what happened. It goes on in companies around the world and here too, okay? Gary lied in the statement, as I think you alluded to, Dr. Richey. They do permit pervasive sexual harassment. And I'm sure that women have been retaliated against and fired and all kinds of things. You said he took a play out of Trump's book. And it starts that playbook, but probably the introduction. You've written books, Doc, and maybe someone, a guest person, could write it for you. But what it says is women don't matter.
Yep.
You're not important. And you got to start with that, like maybe Epstein, had he been alive, would write what do you call that thing in the beginning of the book where you have a distinguished person. The forward. This is correct. And they write that, and it's a playbook.
Yep.
And they're following it to a T.
Yeah, and obviously people believe him because they voted for the man.
Yeah.
Not once, but multiple times. He was a commissioner, then became mayor. So they already knew there may be some issues here. They still elected him.